So I finished reading a book today and it inspired the continuation of my seasonal affective disorder experiment that I started last year. I originally was doing some research, was reading, and I was kind of goofing around because I read in an article that being tan can make you happier because it makes you feel better about yourself. It improves your self-esteem, which can boost your mood. So tan, it doesn't even have to be like vitamin D and like that what have you. Just being tan kind of boosts your esteem, which makes you happier. And So I tried fake tan. I kind of was hamming a little bit. I enjoyed the experience. It was it was it's the first time I've ever used fake tan, and so I was kind of playing with it a little bit, and I will say that I went tan to work, and I wore my long sleeves. It was cold in the back room where I work, and I didn't tell anybody. No one noticed, and I could hardly see the tan myself. So except for essentially when I went to the restroom when I showered at night, and so I don't believe it actually really affected me. I think that it would probably in a more social scenario, but I it's the work was fairly independent, and like I said, we were fully covered, and so it was Minnesota winter, and so it's cold, so I didn't feel any difference, but I did enjoy playing with it. So when I did have time, I just kind of did my thing at work, and then I would come home, and then I would kind of zone out and do my other work that I wanted to do, also not really socially. So it was kind of a non thing. But I think there is definite potential there for play if you do have folks. But again, I think if you were to be more social in general, it would probably boost your mood as well. So I did it December, and then probably February around Valentine's Day. And then I did it, I think, did I do it in April? I can't remember. I did it a few times. But yeah, I didn't necessarily notice any difference. I did ham it up for the internet though, and so I did have some fun times with it. But for the day to day, I did not feel any different. I also tried wearing bright colors, very bright colors. And that was, I was working and noticing. I At the time I was doing a part time, kind of seasonal work at a thrift store when we were kind of sorting through clothing and figuring out what could be put out on the shelves and what could not. And so I kind of noticed that winter was coming, and a lot more darker colors or plain colors were being put out, and a lot of the bright sunshiny summer colors were getting put away. And obviously, um, you kind of see that, and the sad black tones and the grays and the creams are kind of low key, and they kind of don't have that same vibrancy and that same life. So I thought, okay, well, let's try wearing bright colors for a while and see if that helps with the mood. So I grabbed a whole bunch from the very thrift store I was working at, and I wore them. I had them in a huge pile in my car on the way to my second role. I was CNA, and so I had them in the car, and they were all just like vibrating with color, and it was because everything else was just covered in white, and so it was pretty wild seeing it in the car. Just it definitely caught the eye. So I was pretty sure that was going to work. I did wear them, and of course once you are working, you kind of get lost and you don't really see yourself necessarily. I know I was called to my attention, or wow, those are bright, and wow, look at that orange jumpsuit. It was pink, but but we'll allow it. Um, like wow, 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 stuff like that. And so I did get some attention on that one. A little bit more, and I did see myself in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm trying to be happy. So I do think again that one does have some potential too. um, I think that a more social environment would probably be better for that. Again, just like the tan, I think if more people were wearing bright colors, I think that would make more of a difference than just yourself, because you don't see yourself, you see the people around you. um, so I think that would be great. Otherwise, if you wanted to decorate, your environment with brighter colors, that might be something as well. So that might be something to try moving forward. Someone mentioned to have bright colors on jewelry as a reminder, so you can just kind of look down and be like, oh, happiness. But again, it kind of was a, oh, I'm trying to be happy. This is supposed to make me happy. Goes back to work. I noticed that that we had one really nice day, very sunshiny and just very chill, spring, like day during winter, and you could just feel that the real sunshine and the real warmth vibrating, and it just, that energy was so much better and so way amazing compared to the things that I had been trying. I also had a light therapy lamp. I've got it over here, that I tried, and it was something worth trying. And I do think that I just needed more of it, and that kind of goes along with my current experiment, needing more of it, wanting more of it. So I read in a book that I was reading, that it was about cows. So it said that cows that are exposed to 16 hours of light, 8 hours of darkness versus a natural schedule. Our natural schedule is like 7 o'clock, 7:30 sun up, and 4:30 sundown, which is not 16 hours even remotely. So that would be like what the cows would have as well. But it said that cows that had 16 hours of light, with real light as well as light supplemented, lumens, like the electric lights, produced 5 gallons more milk than cows that did not have that supplementation and had shorter days. So I've heard, that's, one of the reasons the light therapy lights, to try to light up the darkness, try to give you more of that time. And so I decided that I was going to try it again, because I had the light, and I could kind of feel some of the darkness on the fringes, and you could still see the shadows, and so it was like it felt sad, because it was like this one ray of light and then darkness, or around, and you're trying to be happy, and it was, it was dramatic. So I'm trying this now, where I created a light clubhouse. So it's a smaller room, it's a smaller area, and I've got a regular lamp in it, and I've got my light therapy lamp in it. And if I look around, there is not really any darkness. So I'm trying to see if I get rid of those shadows, and if I just lose myself in this space, if this will boost my mood. I know earlier I work 10-hour days, and I've been kind of feeling myself going to bed earlier. 6:30 was probably my low point, where I just could not stay awake any longer. Like one time I was sick, and so I thought it was just sickness, because I went to bed like 2 times that week at like 7:30, when my normal bedtime is 9, because I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. And I am very active during the day, so I want to make sure I get quality sleep. But I went to bed, and I thought it was because I wasn't feeling well. I went to bed at 7:30 a couple days, and then this past week I went to bed at 6:30. I was like, oh no, I didn't go to bed at 6:30, but I was like nodding off. So I'm hoping that if we have more sunshine, because we haven't been having sun, it's been going down at 4:30, so it feels like it's hours and hours into the nighttime. So hoping that this will help. Let's give it a try.